Hello, Shell Point. Welcome to the Crystal Kitchen. I'm here today to explain a little about how our pizza dough is made. Our wonderful brand new pizza oven that we're putting to use now. And I'm here with Sean Zimbauer to explain how our dough is made, the process, what ingredients he uses, and the steps to make it.
So what we got here is 15 pounds of flour. I got some sugar, salt, olive oil, little secret, and then we got the yeast to make it rise. So what I'm gonna start throwing in our flour and our dry goods, and then once those mix a little bit, I'm gonna throw in some of our wet goods and then our yeast.
What kind of flour are you using today, Sean?
So all natural flour, just regular flour. It's nothing special to it. We didn't want to get too technical, you know, just make some good homemade natural dough.
When did you start making dough?
Well, I'm from Connecticut, so we always have pizza, and you see me, I definitely eat pizza. So I've always had a couple recipes lined up, and you know, I tried a couple out. We all tried them here. We did a little tasting, and everyone chose this specific dough, and that's what we're making today.
Nice.
We're gonna start with our dry goods. We're gonna start mixing our dry goods first, that way they mix well together. You can throw it all in there and mix it at the same time, but I like to do dry first. So that was our flour, and now we got some sugar here and some salt. And this is all proportionate to how many pounds of flour we use. So if we go over or under, the dough's gonna get messed up, and then we're not gonna have that perfect dough that we like.
The sugar you're using, is it brown sugar, white sugar?
Well, it's gonna be all natural white sugar. We don't wanna throw any brown in. It also change the color of the dough, but also change the texture of the pizza. Then we're gonna come over to our water, which I also have portioned out.
Is it best to use regular tap water or bottled water?
I think the best thing to do is get your own distilled water in. If you use tap water, you're gonna taste whatever iron or whatever is coming through that tap. So I think strictly coming through, this is why we use Zephyr Hills straight up. You don't wanna use tap. You can if you're at home, but you remember the flavor of that water is gonna be in that pizza too.
That's good to know.
What I like to do is just add a little bit of liquid now that we've got that mixed. We don't wanna put it all in, because at some point we might need to throw some more flour in or some more water to negate that water in there, because it's got to mix first.
And I see you're using a hook inside the mixer.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can use to get the pizza dough. Because if you use a paddle, it's going to get stuck all in that paddle, and you're going to be fighting that dough. And I don't want to fight the dough, you know? I want to make the dough nice. So we've got some all natural olive oil right here. Olive oil is better than I'd say vegetable oil. You get a little thicker, it's better tasting, and it's healthier for you. Now we're gonna add a little bit of our yeast. It's gonna be our thickening agent. And this is gonna make sure that our dough rises.
On an average, how long does it take to make this dough?
I'd say just by mixing the dough itself, you're gonna spend about 15 minutes if you do it right. You can take longer for more dough, shorter for less dough. But the proofing process, when the yeast comes in, now you gotta wrap it, and that's gonna take 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
You never know. And what we're looking for is all that dough to be mixed together and to form one solid block. So what we want is at the end of the process, this dough should clean the bowl itself. And that's how we know it's done. Because if it cleans the bowl itself, there's no sticky products on the bowl, we know that pizza's ready to go. But we want that hook to get all the way down there and get all the water that's on the bottom. Because otherwise, if you don't pull it all out, there's gonna be leftover flour, sugar, and salt right on the bottom that's not in the pizza. We want it all to be in there. Looks like we're ready to go.
That's amazing.
See how that comes off nice and easy like that? Bring it over. Right to our table. What I like to do right at the end is just form a little ball. Work it, make sure you can feel consistency of that. It's not sticky, it's not wet at the same time. It's perfect. We're just gonna cover it up. We're gonna let it rise, and it's ready to go in half an hour.
Good. I appreciate that, Sean. That
Yes,
was
sir.
great information.
Absolutely.
So I'm here with Saul on the second step of the pizza process here at the Crystal Dining Room. So Saul, tell me a little about what you're doing today.
I'm making some pizzas, getting ready for tonight. So it's how we make it over here.
Fresh dough? Nice. And what is that you're doing right now? Stretching the dough?
Stretching the dough, so making a nice pizzas.
And you can either throw it in the air or stretch it, use a rolling pin, is that correct?
That's correct.
So now that we're done with the stretching of the dough, now we're going to pass it on to Dave, and he's going to explain how they prepares it before it goes in the oven.
Well, basically what we have is a tomato-based pizza sauce here, and we've got a lot of items for toppings. We've got anywhere from vegetarian to meat and anything in between. So basically what we do is we start with the tomato sauce, spread it around. You don't want to put too much sauce on. And I think we're going to make a meat lover's pizza. I think that's pretty popular. So what we have here, we've got roasted sausage, we've got diced ham, and we've got the favorite pepperoni. We go to mozzarella cheese on top. And then what we do is we pretty much pass it off to Saul. And once I get the order, Saul comes in, scoops it off the counter here. Make sure it's nice and floury so it slips on, and into the oven. And there you have your Crystal Pizza.
So that looks
Meat lover.
amazing. So come join us on Wednesday for all you can eat soup and salad and a personal pizza.